First, I'd like to thank Secretary Wilson for having Undersecretary Matthew Donovan meet with the Arnold Air Force Base's Community Council yesterday at the Pentagon to address their concerns. So we're grateful for that. We can't address the threats laid out in the National Defense Strategy without solid investment in our range and test facilities and the associated testing and evaluation workforce. And I should also note the Director of Operational Test and Evaluation recently released a report highlighting the need to improve U.S. infrastructure to conduct operationally relevant testing of the next generations of weapons. So Secretary Wilson and Secretary Esper, what is your assessment of the U.S. capabilities to fully test hypersonic technology?
Sir, we are actually going to be building some more wind tunnels, hypersonic wind tunnels. I just visited where we're going to be building one in Indiana and then another one at Arnold. And so those are the two places that I'm aware of. Overall, on testing and training ranges, there's a significant investment in the Air Force budget in improving our testing and training ranges.
Okay. And Secretary Esper, I know that you have a fondness for this region of the country because both our wives share the same home county of Franklin, Tennessee, so I'd like to get your input on Arnold and the same question.
Yes, sir. On the Army test ranges, particularly as we look forward with regard to our 6 modernization priorities, where we're pursuing anything from directed energy to hypersonics, other systems, we know that we need to continue to improve our test ranges and our infrastructure. Sensors, for example, come to mind as you test hypersonics. Is how do you make sure you have the means to test them and track them and monitor their performance in flight?
Okay. Second question, what are the services doing to improve and modernize test capabilities within their respective range and test facilities?
I'll just pick up and say, again, I've been to a couple of our test ranges, whether it's Yuma, Arizona, or White Sands Missile Range. We recognize improvements are needed at each, but it goes to all of our others. We need to look at that, and we can come back and give you more detail if you want that.
Okay.
Sir, our test ranges and particularly our training ranges are significantly impacted by the budget, that significant increase. The two that will be most impacted in a positive way are Nellis and J-Park in Alaska. We were going to be trying to bring those to what we call 5th generation capability, and then a number of other improvements in our ranges that are closer to home for many people in the lower 48.
Okay, and then kind of along the same lines, finally, are we adequately addressing the infrastructure and workforce needs to support the testing and evaluation of current and planned weapon systems?
I think again, that's part and parcel of what we're looking at to make sure we improve. It's a combination of things. It's infrastructure, it's sensors, it may well be people as well, but all those things we're looking at because we need to make sure we're postured to do the testing we will need to do in the coming years as we move forward on prototyping new systems and then certainly down selecting and operationally testing them.
So I think we're okay on testing. I would say that on our ranges, some of the things that are most expensive and difficult to get are the simulated enemy things, and we are adding in more what we call red air or contract red air to be able to imitate bad guys and fly against us.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you. I yield back.